Good morning, everyone. Today we are in the River Trails Park District at the Burning Bush Trails Park and I guess Community Center. It's technically in Mount Prospect, even though it's called River Trails. We can get into those details in a little bit later, and of course, I'll provide a history of the park in the description and links to the River Trails Park District, which is another great, phenomenal park district. So please enjoy. Right, here we are. River Trails Park District, Community Center. And then it looks like a brand new park, brand new parking lot. There's still tire marks there on that brand new asphalt and striping and everything else. Look at this pretty incredible playground structures. I mean, that's what, 3 stories high almost, 2.5. So it's for older kids and younger kids, especially on the other side is more the younger kids playground. But right here, this is pretty neat. And there are bathrooms, look at that. So we'll walk around the playground since there's nobody using it. And there's a beautiful tree that they've planted, very thoughtful. I don't know what kind of tree it is. I wish I knew more about trees, but in years to come, it'll provide valuable shade. And it always reminds me of the Shel Silverstein story, The Giving Tree. And look at this. This is kind of incredible. Very futuristic, space-like. And cool. And then there's a memory game, which don't ask me to play it, I would lose. There's a younger kids playground area. Over here is a almost slackline type thing. Now this I will try, even holding onto my camera and everything else. So, oh gosh, getting too old for this. Oh god, all right, and I'm off. So, failed. There's the bathrooms accessible. There, through this really, really cool playground structure, you can see the baseball diamonds and soccer pitches. Here it looks like an outdoor roller rink, which is really kind of rare to see. And then we'll start over there by the tennis courts again and go around the park. Again, the Burning Bush Trails, River Trails Park District. Oh, nice. Even a fenced in. I didn't know they had this. Hello. Basketball area. Now this is cool, and they even left a basketball here. So for everyone that's, oh, nice, even pickleball. Don't know what the hours are because it's a little close to the homes. I mean, that's, 30, 40 feet, which isn't recommended. And it looks like they repurposed an old handball or racquetball stadium, and over there is the tennis court. Again, they got mini basketball and then the regular 10-foot size ones, and these you can lower as well. So this is pretty cool. I mean, you can program basketball classes or skills classes for adults, older children and even the younger children. And you can do it outside, because I will say, and you might disagree with me, but the summers in Chicago are almost better than anywhere else. There's garbage and a solar compactor. Some memorial bench with no sort of memorial on it, so it might be open. And there's a drinking fountain also for the doggies down there. All right, let's go walk around. Oh, well, no real path here, but then here's another bathroom. And there's the building. I'm sure they've got classes and programs in there, and it can be rented out. So let's walk around this way. There's a beautiful ginkgo tree. I know that one. And then here, protect your teens. Developing brain. Talk about the impact of alcohol and drugs. That's pretty cool and thoughtful. I'm sure we've all been impacted by addiction at some point, and if it hasn't happened yet, it likely will. And so it's one of those things we need to be aware of and be thoughtful of. So here, another little path. I continue to walk. I do like the sound of walking on gravel like this. So let's explore the woods. So the eastern redwood, hackberry, black tupelo, autumn magic chokeberry, cinnamon fern, Pallas purple, coral bells, harebell, and wild geranium. If you do see any of those, feel free to let me know because I am not very good. There's a person walking their dog, which is nice. Overall, oh, it's a really wild dog. Dogs on the leash. Always encouraged. You never know. Some people may be afraid of dogs. I am not. Good morning. It's a very nice dog. Here's a pretty good, let's say, panoramic of the two baseball fields and the soccer pitches. And as you can tell, the thoughtful design, it is sunken or lowered. So it can also double as a stormwater sort of retention area to help prevent and hopefully even eliminate flooding in those larger storm events. And these are quite nice baseball, softball diamonds. So over there you can see a plane taking off. There is the Chicago Executive Airport, maybe about a mile north of here. And there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of big business and a fair amount of industry still in Chicagoland. Sorry, the camera's a little shaky there. Again, these super well maintained, very thoughtful in its design. Paths are nice and wide. There is an accessibility ramp on the far side of the baseball diamond there, left field. So it's not just stairs to get down there. There's a lot of benches for people to sit. And look at that, even some exercise equipment. So if you're one of the lucky people living here, you can watch people as they work out and maybe help inspire you to become more active. Who knows? I'm not a realtor or a real estate agent, but it looks like that house with the white fence is for sale. So if anyone's interested in living right next to a pretty cool park with amazing playground equipment and sports amenities, there's the sign if we can see it. All right, shout out to Keller Williams and Jerry Hoffman. Let's go back. Some more playground equipment. I think this is a Catholic church to the right, but I'm not certain. And you can see it's the morning. There's school buses and children all being dropped off at school. School, I think, is across the street. And here we can go take a look from the other side of the baseball, softball, diamonds, and soccer, or European or rest of the world football. And here's also another ramp. Yeah, this is really nice. It's well maintained, but also natural. With a lot of the native species. I remember seeing a sign in some garden that you would initially see and think it was sort of overgrown. And there's a little sign that read, pardon our weeds, we're feeding the bees, which I thought was pretty neat. And here's the other side of the playground, as well as the community center. And here's, we'll go through this little, and there's a little Cessna right above us, of course. Oh, here we go, let's help the bees. And it is monarch season a little bit. Well, butterflies, not bees. I'm walking over here just to look at the bronze. It's a nice little area to play checkers or chess. This I think is pretty cool. I do really, really like art, especially public art. And down there, if you can read it. That's really cool. All right, now we are back at the building, more people walking. And they're Burning Bush Community Center, 1313 Burning Bush Lane. How appropriate. And here's the community center. That's really cool. Never been here. I'm always driven by, and now I get to see it. Let's go through here a little bit. One last look at the playground. Oh, to be young again, right? All right, well, there's no birds to photograph or add to eBird or check in Merlin. There were some planes and some people and a dog, but good morning and thank you for going on this little trip with me. Bye.